Hey everybody, Brian here from WIndows DotNet. Just posted this on Friday. We're coming up with all the licensing stuff that people pretty well get tired of with Windows and SQL Server. Been running into that. Talking to a couple people. This was supposed to where Java 8 is supposed to be much faster than 7. 7 was a complete bomb. I'm glad that they moved over to Java 8, to be honest. But anyways, the Lambda calls are supposed to make it very fast. Then you bring in the Linux server versus Windows battle as usual. But I've got these links here that hint that the Java 8 seems to be something worth looking into. Not only that, but when I started looking back at Erlang, and the ability to use this J interface to have Java call Erlang, that changes everything because this is from within Erlang. Now, is there equivalent like this for .NET? No, there isn't. There's nothing really that can be done with Windows. So this kind of may change the game plan quite a bit. So it's pretty lengthy, this document. Don't ask me because I've seen these type of things before where you get all excited and you may think it work and it actually bombs for whatever because these type of documents might not be good enough. But anyways, there's that. There's these connections that enable you to remotely connect into Erlang, Java, and C. But when I came to here, how can I call functions between Python, Java, and Erlang? I go, that's an interesting combination of a stack. For instance, this conversation came up with thrift. I'll show you that in a minute. But I thought that was an interesting conversation where you can use Erlang as your middleware between, let's say, Python and Java, which can be done through Erlang. Talk about how Erlang is a very powerful and rock solid, mission critical kind of server. Old, but it works and it works good. So when you get these kind of clients that you can enable now connecting into your Erlang server, that changes things. So it's back to this. So here we go on about protocol buffers and all these message queuing and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's a big debate. There's zero and queue. This was mentioned, this thrift, I'll show you in a minute. This is where it gets really confusing, people to connect all these different languages and components and have them all talk to each other. So one day, I think this was developed over at Facebook, but they open source this. So they have this web framework which enables you to connect into pretty well any language, including C#. But when I did some comparisons on the performance, this Apache thrift was pretty slow. So this one came up, which was the highest. Now I haven't really dug into this, but it is supposedly open source, or probably the base of it is. It's only available in C++. So who knows? If you got any tips on that, I'd like to hear about it. So there's that. So we go into some serialization stuff. There's this protobuf, some other areas. This could go on and on and on. But from what I see, the Erlang seems to be the best to have Java connect into Erlang as a potential candidate. Because when you think about it, if I'm using Oanda, from what I gather, using Oanda as a broker, Java is the faster way versus REST anyhow. So if I'm already using Java and then I have now this ability to connect into an Erlang server, that's really changing everything in the back end on the Linux side for all the number crunching and all the messages being passed back and forth. So Erlang and this may be a good option. Now, also not only does it connect with Oanda, but there's two other options as well. Again, MATLAB is a nice one, as well as, that's using the builder JA, as well as interactive brokers as well, supports Java as well. So just putting that out there just to add confusion to the conversation, right? So there's that. And I just want to make sure I got everything covered here. Yeah, so you tell me. I have a meetup on Monday. Let's see. Let me just pull her up here. But I have this meetup coming up at so many programming languages for automated trading or quant. So that's happening this Monday in 2 days at the time of this recording. I want to talk about it, see what people are using, see what people are wanting to use. But this right here with a Python connection with Java through Erlang, that's very interesting to pursue. Now I've gone on about F#, C#, SQL Server, Windows. Now here's what I'm thinking. The .NET with the front end, with the charting, with the infragistics, with the equity trader, it's awesome. So I'm definitely going to be using that. Now that's on the Windows side, so that's no doubt. Questions come up will be the database as well as the ability to connect and push data from the brokers into the database side or through this Erlang somehow. That's still yet to be determined. I'm hoping that's not a big job, but I'm always wrong. It's software, eh? So that's why I'm doing this meetup in 2 days to get that kind of ironed out. So if you want, let me know. I'd be interested to hear what people have to say. Talk to them.